thank you to all of you guys for seeing my fashion video, my fashion favorites video. That was so sweet that you guys like really like that. I feel very honored, but I think I might do a part 2 of that. So yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Jillian, and today I would like to discuss and explore some of my various hobbies. Now I would like to preface this by saying I have a lot of hobbies, and I take pride in it, quite frankly, but I do have a lot of hobbies, so this is gonna be a pretty long video. I mean, I guess I don't know how long it's gonna be because I'm just filming this, but like, I'm guessing it's gonna be pretty long. So, strap in, get your freaking popcorn ready, okay? Also, I'm not including things that aren't like really hobbies in my eyes. Like, I'm into fashion, but I wouldn't really call it my hobby, okay? That's just a very example, okay? Moving on. I wanted to start off with my strongest hobby, probably of all time, that I have in fact been doing maybe since preschool, like a very long time. And that is drawing. This is my sketchbook currently. I have little stickers on the back, but this is relatively new. I think I started this September 7th of 2024, so this is like new. I really like drawing. It's a very big part of my life. Like I said, I've been drawing since around preschool, and I just have a big appreciation for it. It's really been there for me since I've been so young, and really when I needed it, especially since I've been in various places and throughout treatment. I've really appreciated drawing as like a tool of expression, and it gives me something to do with my time, and it gives me a way to have pride in myself, and I just really appreciate that. So I really enjoy drawing, if not for anything else, like I just mentioned, just for being a hobby. I mean, it's probably the strongest part of my artistic life, like, ever, and I just really appreciate it. You know, it's really been there for me. Moving on, writing, which is also a very big part of my life. A fun fact about me is that if you are in class with me and we're in English and my teacher says you have to write an essay, I will cheer. I love writing, okay? I love writing, and I think it's just so enjoyable for me. Kind of like how drawing is. It gives me a way to feel proud of myself, and also it's just a really nice way to express myself. You know, I really like writing, especially for the artistic aspect of it. Like, there's so much you can do with writing. There's so many things you can say. I think there's even more possibilities in writing than there are in drawing, like for me personally, because you can write so many different ways. There are so many different metaphoric meanings for things. I know some people get really tired of that. They find it so annoying and like unnecessary, but for me, I really enjoy writing. I really enjoy metaphors. I really enjoy all different kinds of writing styles, writing meanings. You know, I just really enjoy it all. I think it's all so beautiful, if you will. And along with the writing, another hobby of mine that is actually really intense is journaling. So I have my journal, my current journal right here. It's very pretty. I got this, that's upside down. It's bees. I got this from Paper Pauper Press. This is the Florentine Bees journal. Obviously, I'm not going to share what's inside of my journal, but I use journaling as a means of like emotional expression, you know what I mean? So I talk about my day, but I mostly talk about how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling bad, then I'll talk about that, you know, just a lot of that emotional expression. It's a really therapeutic way to just be like vulnerable, and it gives me another outlet. So as you can tell, I have a lot of outlets, but this is one of them. For sure, I find it nice and calming, and it just feels nice to do it. Now, I used to journal a lot more than I do now. Let me show you some of my journals. I have this journal. I have a lot of journals. I have a bookshelf elsewhere that is not currently here that has all my journals, and I have like maybe 15 there, but I also have journals here that I don't have at that bookshelf, so it probably is like 15-16 journals, accounting for the ones here. So I also have this journal. Ooh, let me show you one of my favorite journals. This one is beautiful. I did this is really old, by the way. This is from 2023 to 2023. So I was like journaling a lot, but I really like the cover of this. This is so beautiful. So yeah, I love journaling. It's a very big part of my life. I think I just really find it enjoyable, and it's just really gives me an outlet. I think it's so healthy, and if you are a very thought intense person like I am, if you have a lot of thoughts racing through your head all the time, then journaling can be really helpful. Although I will say one thing about journaling that can kind of suck for me, if you have a lot of thoughts, then you might find yourself getting annoyed that you can't write down all your thoughts at once. So that kind of happens to me sometimes, but I still enjoy journaling. I think it's really nice. Moving on, I have scrapbooking, because I really like scrapbooking. Now I will say, I would like to note that I'm not really doing scrapbooking all that often, although I really enjoy it. I don't really have the resources to scrapbook, as in I don't really have a printer, and I don't have a lot of stickers with me at the moment right here, so I can't scrapbook. I don't also have like magazines or anything. But when I'm in a different place, this is my scrapbook, by the way. It's so pretty. Oh my god. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, I usually just, do whatever, I guess. Here's an example of something I did. So, I kind of like to combine medias, I suppose. But if I'm doing like magazines, then I'll do something like that, where I'm like cutting out magazines. Oh, this one I really like. It's super cool. I like this one a lot. But, I just kind of mix and match with whatever. Do whatever I want, kind of. Yeah, like I said, I don't really scrapbook that often just because I don't have the resources to. Now, I would love to get like a mini printer for like to make stickers and stuff, because that would be so cool. I really want to do that, but I don't really have the money, so I'm gonna save up and try and get it. So next up, music. Now, I don't mean this in the sense of like enjoying music, because like I do that a lot. But like I said, I don't really want to include that. Like, it's kind of in the fashion, hair care kind of realm, where it's more like an interest and not really like a hobby. But I would count making music as a hobby, because I do in fact make music. Maybe not to the extent that I would love to, but I used to make music a lot. It was just a really big hobby back in the day, and now it still is, but not to the extent that it was. What I mean by making music is not so much like a specific instrument or like something like that. Like, I don't do guitar, I don't do piano or something like that. I do online music, like SoundCloud or GarageBand, like kind of like that, where I just make beats with already existing sounds. So I don't know if you would qualify that as making music, but I guess I would. Now, I've been doing this for a long time, in my opinion, since I think 2021, and it started because my old school had music tech, so I did music tech. It was really fun. I was kind of the only one in my class that took it seriously, which is fine, but I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and so I kept doing it even after I left. And yeah, I don't know, I just do it in my free time because I find it really fun. But I don't do it that often. I don't do it like I used to do it. I don't know, I guess I lost that spark in me, you know what I mean? But that's okay. Sometimes I do it. Okay, next up I have stained glass. So stained glass is a hobby of mine, definitely, but I wouldn't say it's like a long-lasting hobby, because I only started stained glass because my school offers it, so that's kind of why I did it. It's really fun. I'll put up some pictures of different stained glass that I've done. I've done mosaic, and I've done sun catchers. I've done a mix of like mosaic and sun catcher like pieces. Yeah, I've done like a couple projects, I've done a few little things, and I really enjoy it. And I think I'm not the best at it, but I am okay. I think I'm trying my best, and that's all that matters. So, okay, next up we have... next up we have sewing, which I will say is a very new hobby. I have not been doing sewing for a while. I've only started like a couple months ago. So, this is a very slow hobby, I guess. I've done a couple pieces, if you will. Not very good. The only problem is that I don't have a sewing machine. I just hand sew, and it's not very sturdy, so I'm using my art teacher's sewing machine, which is really, really nice of her to do. And I actually sewed the waist of a top, like, smaller. Hold on, I'll show you. This top that I thrifted, and I sewed smaller because it was really big, or not big, like the sleeves weren't big, but the like waist was really big. So yeah, I did that, and it's really nice. And I'm that's kind of it, I guess, for future reference for me. I really want to get into crocheting or knitting. I've kind of done similar things to like knitting and crocheting. I'll show you. Yeah, I'm doing this right now. I'm gonna make it into like a scarf, hopefully. And I'm really digging it. I think it's super cool. And the only problem is that I ran out of the cool yarns and I have to do this ugly yarn. I'm not really happy about that. So that's kind of a future reference thing. I really want to get into crocheting or knitting. I've also done, I don't know what you call it. It's where you like punch a hole and then like snag it up. It's like a really specific process, but you can make like little designs. I'll show you. I have a time lapse of me doing an orange with it, with that process, or you know what I mean. So I like doing the little textile thing, but I'm not really good at it yet. So I'm getting there. But anyways, that's kind of it. That's kind of my whole video. I realized this is 20 minutes long. I did not realize that at first. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.